So we're going on season 2.5.
Yes. Right.
And I wanted to, and anyone can ask, I wanted to ask, you know, two and a half seasons in, what is the biggest lesson that you all have learned about reality TV?
You know, that is, when you're on reality TV, people become so opinionated about your life. And, you know, you kind of know that, but you really don't know that until you become, you know, on TV and then, you know, you get popular and people get on Twitter and start bullying you and acting a fool and being ridiculous. And I think that's the biggest thing that has been surprising.
That people are very opinionated.
Judgmental.
Yeah, extremely judgmental.
Okay, so that's the biggest lesson that you learned this season. Okay, so you all know there's a number of reality shows in the market. It seems to be saturated at this point. What do you all think is the secret ingredient, or what makes this show stand out, and why has it been, you know, running 2 seasons or 2.5 seasons?
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yes.
A lot of people don't get that far with it. So what do you think is the secret ingredient?
The secret, I don't think there's a secret. I just think that we're being 100%.
And I think also for us, there's a secret. We're not cast members. We're sisters.
Yeah. Right. But
and
that's not a secret.
Well, this is what. But that's, to me, that's the secret ingredient.
Right.
Because let me tell you why. At the end of the day, you know, if we get into an argument, we know that nobody's going to throw no glass at each other. We know that nobody's going to, you know, be totally disrespectful. At the end of the day, we're going to get along. We're going to say, I love you. We're going to make up. Because, you know, we're sisters, and my mother really did do a good job raising us as being women, and, you know, we learned how to talk to each other instead of putting our hands up and fighting each other. And I just think that that's just the most disrespectful thing, that black women in per se get on TV, use their opportunity, and get on there and get to fighting and cussing each other out. I just think that's ridiculous.
Okay, so the point is that in most environments, the cast members are selected from different pockets and they put them in one environment, which probably is a result of the fighting that goes on. But so what makes this show stand out is the fact that you're family, your sisters. Okay, that makes sense. Well, what do you think, you know, this new season that's coming up, what do you think makes it different than the other seasons that we've seen already?
If you can imagine, it's more drama in these 6 episodes than the first season and the first part of the second season put together. If you can imagine it. Okay. It's a lot of drama.
And Trina, would you like to add anything? Get your hands out of my face.
I think for season 1 and season 2 that I get a lot of revealing as far as vulnerability is concerned. And I didn't think that it was possible to get any more vulnerable. But I saw that there is room for more vulnerability and for more truth and, you know, more circumstance, you know, to happen. And it's just, it's a lot.
Okay.
There's a lot.
So there's more drama. Well, and this leads to my next question. You know, you all are very vulnerable on the show. You cry, you show emotion, you kind of expose yourself. Is there anything that there's an invisible line, you all don't let cameras in a certain situation or with certain people, or is there any sort of line like, no, you all cannot film this? Is there any of those, because we see so much, I'm wondering, is there, you know, that line like, you all can do this, but it stops here?
Not really so much.
No, just bathroom.
No bathroom, no bedroom moments.
Yes,
okay.
That's it.
Okay. Without ruining the upcoming season, and I saw, you know, the next season coming up. Is there anything? You all don't see the entire episodes before, right?
No.
Okay. Well, is there anything that you all are dreading? Maybe one of you seeing, because you remember the cameras were there. Is there one, without ruining it? Is there something that you're like, I'm dreading when this episode comes on?
No, because I've not seen
well, you're talking about when we actually lived it and we saw the cameras.
Yes.
Okay. You know, I want when Andre and I was talking about the surrogacy, I just wanted to strangle him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That I think that was my moment, but I just wanted to say, cut the cameras off so I can stab him with my fork that I have right here. But other than that, no, I don't think I have any other regrets.
Okay.
I think for me, we took a trip to St. Lucia, and something that happened, I think my reaction was a bit immature and insensitive, and if I could go back, I would go back and not be that way.
Okay.
So much.
So those are two sort of situations that when you see them, you're going to be like, Okay, all right. Switching gears here. Miss Evelyn, did you want to comment on that?
You surprised, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what
Baby.
I know.
Were you on the trip?
I think. Yes, you were there.
Okay. You're like, wait a minute, I was there. What are you talking
We were all
about?
there. Yeah, we were all there.
Okay.
Okay.
Switching gears here, let's talk about some current events. Everyone is talking about the unfortunate situation between Evelyn Lozada and her husband, Chad Ochocinco. Have any of you, or are you interested in sharing, have any of you ever experienced domestic abuse or anything like that?
I know I definitely have. That's not something that I want to, I would admit it, but that's not something I'm going to give power to, because I feel like it's something that I've gotten over. And any platform that I have, if I can help somebody, I can help them, but I'm not going to use that platform to give that person that satisfaction or that power, because you know, only thing that you did for me is you made me a stronger person and a more beautiful person in the inside, because you know, I'm not going to give you that. You did that, that's your issue, and I'm never going to speak against it, but I'm never going to speak about it.
So you're not going to give them any shine?
Not whatsoever.
Okay. Now, there have been people, taking sides, and it's easy for the public for us to take sides, and we're not there, we're not in their marriage or whatever. But I have noticed that it did seem like, some women were kind of taking Ocho's side.
And that's so unfair.
But I want to ask a question to that.
Yeah.
I think and I've had conversations with people about just regular friends, and they have said, not that she deserved it, but she acts like this on her show, or I've seen her jump on the table, and so I guess to sort of say that warranted whatever may have happened. What do you all say to that? That because maybe she got into an altercation or an argument with someone on her show, maybe that's karma, or maybe
I don't think that anything warrants a man to beat on a woman.
Exactly.
Any capacity. Whether it was headbutting, pinching, punching, pushing, I don't think a big mouth warrants abuse at all, whatsoever.
No.
Okay.
No.
What do you all think that's about, where women kind of automatically jump to the man's side sometimes? Where does that come from?
Ignorance.
No, but I'm serious, because someone asked me that, and I'm just like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it also comes from the point where women feel that it's okay.
Right.
You can abuse me.
Right.
I'm not worth anything.
Right.
And women that feel that way are women with very no self-esteem. Because you're a woman yourself. You don't want to be abused, and you don't want your kids to be abused. And so therefore, when women jump on that bandwagon, you know who they are, and that's a woman with very low self-esteem and feel that they also deserve to be abused.
Or they've never gone through it.
Right.
So they don't get it.
Yeah.
Right. Or the one question that a female should ask is, how would you feel if that was your
you.
Or your daughter.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Or your mother.
Right. Absolutely. Okay, moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, that's real sensitive, honey. We'll be all day with that.
I know, but I have moving on. I saw some pictures of you, and I think I put them up. You were performing in Atlanta.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And is it okay?
That's an accessory, like an earring.
Okay. So my question is, where are you currently with your musical career?
I was hoping that my EP was going to be out by the end of August, but that is so not going to happen. Hopefully by the end of the year, it'll be out. A lot of new producers that I'm working with now. A lot of times when you're recording a new EP or an album, whatever the case may be, some things you're satisfied with and some things you're not. And it just seems like as time goes on, I'm finding better content and content that embodies me more than the content that I already had. So when I want it to be right, I want it to be great, I want it to be perfect. Because you get one time to make a first impression, especially in this industry.
Yeah, and the good thing is in season 2.5, you're going to be able to see Trina's video from her video Party Go Home.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, just a few more questions and we'll wrap this up. And anyone can ask these. They're usually I just ask random questions. Favorite gospel song? Anybody can answer that.
We Fall Down.
We Fall Down.
Tweet.
Okay.
Good job.
How old were you when you first fell in love?
I'm still trying to fall. No,
Traci's crazy.
Oh wow, falling in love. I would have to been like 20.
Okay, 20. When is the last time you cried?
That is a hard question. It's been a long time. When my mother-in-law passed away.
Okay. What motto do you live by? Or some people say to die on, so be true. Or what do you have a?
I would have to say, same with the gospel song, We Fall Down.
Okay.
It's how you get back up again.
What's your biggest insecurity?
My biggest insecurity, I don't really have, do I? I've grown to really like myself over the years. I've been through a lot. I've been bullied. I've been abused. I've been foolishly, treated. And I like myself the way I am.
Okay. I'll say my hands.
Your hands.
Okay.
Okay. And the last question is for you. For a mother that has children in the industry, what piece of advice, if you could only give them one piece of advice?
Pray a lot.
Pray a lot. Okay.
Boom.
Thank you, ladies.